Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities in case you missed it for May 2018. I'm a semi under the weather Melvin, and let's not waste any time and jump right into it. So, it was a very slow month for Unexplained Possibilities. We had several things planned, but couldn't do all of them. So instead, many of the planned videos have been moved to June. That's alright though, because we did have a podcast with returning guest, psychic medium Kelly Ferguson. This is one podcast I implore you all to check out. We spoke about the afterlife, angels, energy, and a little bit about understanding and accepting small victories in life. Also, I want to add that Kelly is such a genuine, positive person that it just rubs off on you. So if you're feeling a little low or a bit stuck, please check out that podcast and I guarantee you're going to walk away with a smile. The second upload of this month was a new Too Crazy to Believe titled Shipwrecked Cannibals. As you may have guessed from the title, this story involves a shipwreck and cannibalism. Go figure. The answer to that Too Crazy to Believe will be up sometime next week. Until then, check out the video and play along. Take a gander and comment if it's real or too crazy to believe. And that's it for what's going on with Unexplained Possibilities for May. Now, let's move on to a few little interesting things from around the world. So, as many of you know, I'm a believer in extraterrestrials as well as my co-hosts, and we've even had guests who have had contact with ETs on. So, for those of you who believe in extraterrestrial life, this is for you. A supersonic UFO shaped like a Tic Tac stalked a U.S. aircraft carrier for days before vanishing into thin air, according to a Pentagon report. The object, which could reportedly hover in midair and make itself invisible, bamboozled U.S. Navy fighter pilots during a training exercise in the Pacific Ocean. The leaked report obtained by Las Vegas KLAS TV station tells how the USS Princeton, a Ticonderoga class guided missile cruiser, had multiple radar contacts with what it dubbed an anonymous aerial vehicle, AAV for short. In November 2004, the ship's Ultra Advanced AN Spy-1 multifunctional phased array radar caught the object hovering at 60,000 feet before nosediving to the ocean's surface in a matter of seconds. It then sped off so rapidly that crew members thought it was a ballistic missile. It appeared again 2 days later, and a pair of F-18 jets were scrambled to intercept it, but pilots reported that the object had turned itself invisible. The craft was described as solid white with no edges, uniformly covered with no pylons or wings, and looked like an egg or a Tic Tac, according to one of the pilots. While this event occurred in 2004, the Pentagon report leaked out May of 2018. Therefore, I thought it was significant enough to talk about for this in case you missed it. Let me ask you, do you believe in ghosts? Well, one mother from Newcastle certainly does now. As you can see, this is a normal family photo. But look closer and you'll see something's out of place. You should see a kid behind a tree touching the shoulder of the boy standing in front of the tree. Nothing too odd about that, right? Well, according to the kid's mother, Laura, there was no other boy there. In fact, there was no one around that day at the park where they were taking pictures. As you can guess, this sent a shiver down Laura's spine. Now, there are some claiming that the picture is fake and the whole thing is staged. Others are saying it's real, and some are going to the extreme and saying it's a demon possessing her son and she needs Jesus and prayers. Fake or real, what are your thoughts on the picture? You know, May seemed to be quite an off month, not only for unexplained possibilities, but just interesting things happening around the world. However, this final thing I'm going to talk about is as interesting as it is frightening. Let's say you're enjoying summer at the beach. You decide to take a dip in the water and then suddenly you come face to face with this. Needless to say, I'm sure anyone who comes face to face with that would hightail it back to land in a split second. Recently, someone encountered this thing in Portugal and it made local headlines. So, what the heck is that monstrosity? Turns out, this monster is called a frilled shark. Yes, it is indeed a shark, even though it looks more like some type of serpent. Now, as you can guess by its look, this isn't just some normal shark. This is a several millennia old shark going back to when the continents were joined as one. How amazing is that? Plus, from what scientists have found from fossils, the shark looks exactly the same. So, viewing this shark is legitimately seeing history. Now, if the look of the shark doesn't scare you away, perhaps it being 6 feet and having over 300 needle-like teeth in its mouth will. But seeing as though something so old is still around today, one can't help but wonder what else is still living from this prehistoric era that is hiding in the deep, dark, murky sea. And that concludes In Case You Missed It for May 2018. Thank you all for checking it out, and remember to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook and Twitter. Those links can be found in the description below, and we'll be seeing you in June.